Howdy, everybody. It's Lord Volkhark. I'm back, and I actually should have been streaming today, which was officially a Thursday. Well, sorry, Tuesday. And the reason I wasn't streaming was because, yes, I did feel like crap. I have embalmed a shit ton of caffeine and also some good headache medication to make myself even level now. So, what I'm going to try to do is do this video for YouTube and a little bit for the streaming and everything else like that. What this video primarily is going to show you is something wonderful finally came in the mail for me because I ordered it, and I just want to show off not what I can afford, but what I've wanted to start doing and everything else like that. And it's just kind of worked out that way. Now, everybody, if you've watched some of this stuff I've talked about for a while, I've kind of wanted to get a drone, or if you've known me in real life, I've wanted to fly is the better definition of it, everything like that. And I've finally taken it upon myself when I got my taxes this time around and saved up some money, picked up not just a drone, but some accessories to throw in with it so I can put a little bit more acumen to the use of said device. Now, that being said, this is not exactly a toy. You can get toy ones, but you still have to register and yada yada. I will be registering the first registration. I'll do the second registration after that, which is the one when you make money. As I understand, it's kind of a gray area for YouTube if you're doing YouTube videos because you're not guaranteed to make money, and I don't make money off of YouTube videos. Not been paid out yet. Even on here, I do donate. But I would love to know if I could actually rig somehow a live stream while I'm drone piloting. Uh, we might figure that out, or I might figure that out later in the existence of that. But I want to do the unboxing video here on Twitch, and then I will upload it to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to follow me on Twitch. You need to follow me on Twitter, because if you do that, gosh darn it, I'll be able to give you a lot more entertainment than anything else. But that being said, let's move over to where we're going next. I'm going to transition over now, and we'll get the first vision of the table. That's right, everybody. That's the elusive table that I normally use for the things I did a comic book rapping session on there, and that is not rapping as in like musical wise, just literally boxed and boarded some comic books while I was live, because of there's no definitive of what we should be doing. I'm gonna look away from the screen, and that will give me. Let's not drop this mic. That'll give me the probability of that I do something ridiculous, and I can't see chat, but we're gonna go with it. Is really meant to be an unboxing, and that's what's really important to me, at least, and everything else like that. I'm gonna try to stick to being able to describe everything here and what the importance of it is, at least personally to me, and everything else like that. So we're just going to get into the simple starter of everything else like that. Let me turn off the air conditioner because I'm sure it's loud-ish. The first important part of me is the Mavic Pro, DJI Mavic Pro. As you can see, I actually got one. Box is beaten up a little bit, but it is a sealed version of the device. So it is brand new, seals right here. It's never been opened except for when it was factory sealed and everything else like that. And thanks to DJI and also some servers on Amazon, there are packages you can get, more than one kind of devicing and everything else like that. So first, I want to get into this box. And the reason I want to get into this box is because if we're going to do a proper unboxing of a DJI Phantom and accessories, we're going to go to the DJI Phantom first, because it just seems logical. And so what I'm going to do is I'm using my Trojan from Cold Steel, the Spartan from Cold Steel. It's not my original one, which was plain steel. It looked a lot better. It was a lot shinier, but this is still wonderful on a blade and everything else like that. So I'm getting here. I would have the other unboxing knife that I normally use, but I kind of don't know where it was when I tried to move this office a while ago and everything else like that. But hey, we're gonna make do as we go along. Put this back in the pocket. All right, so I like the boxing here. It's very simple. Just lift and da 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 da. Kind of looks like it could be easily reusable. Yeah, that's affirmed in there. And right off the bat, this guy out. Never been used. Wow. Right off the bat, it's not got the top propellers on it. I'm assuming they're somewhere in the box for the top propellers, but the bottom propellers are on there. Or let me see what this says. Turn on and off the power. Press once, then press again. And so this is actually it, guys. This is the bubble that you don't want to leave on because it doesn't have airflow for the vent that's up front to blow out the bottom and everything else like that. There's also the stabilizer you want to take off. I've seen a billion different YouTube videos doing this. This is why I'm actually. Oh, that's a picture piece of covering for the scissor here. That is why I'm a little bit more aware of what's going on with this and everything else like that. I can click this once to see that it's basically a little bit charged, but not enough to actually make it worth it to fly. And I'm not going to fly today because it is now about 8 o'clock, which means it's night, and night flying is not okay. So for me to loom cubes, which is a video I should have done, but I did not. If you guys ever decide to buy loom cubes to put on a drone, let me encourage you to ignore that company because putting lights on a drone could potentially get you in trouble because it looks more like you're trying to fly at night in the United States, at least in the Texas area. As far as I know, that is not allowed. So we're going to go with let's not encourage by making something or implying it is okay to fly unless you get the, like registration of the moment to fly it. And that is one thing that they were, when I had a suit threat from them, that I have to correct myself on because of that was the reality. But kind of up in the air, me. This is the silicone cover for the plastic. Again, it's kind of amusing to give me a silicone cover and then they get this plastic cover, but the plastic cover has no vent holes. And what I might end up doing myself is, there's a vent hole right here. It's this very base vent hole, and I would like some more air going to that. So what I'm going to end up doing is probably taking a drill to some of this plastic dome. Let me take this off. I'm ranting about it. As you can see, it's got one vent hole. I'd like to put some right here, around the edges here, somewhere that I can structurally feel like it's. Oh, there's another vent. No, that's just the plastic forming together. This plastic forming together. I'm gonna put this back on if I can. I broke it. I didn't really. All right, and then there's the silicone cover that goes like this, and there's that. The one thing I really want to do to show that I've done it, pull the arms out. This is the front arms, so you have to do those first. And you do the back arms, and just like that, officially, I have opened my drones, or sorry, quadcopter, because fuck saying drone. This is a quadcopter, guys. As much people want me to say drone, there's a kind of major difference, and there's also kind of a referencing that could be bad, is in the weaponized units, not the reality unit. Like this is for hobbyists and so on. You can make a business out of it. I'm gonna pull this battery off. My goodness. All right, come on. And I'm just kind of looking at it. I really get to look at it now. But this is definitely not a weapon. Could you potentially make some weapons? Yes, and so on and so forth. You can do a billion different things. You can potentially make it into a weapon. But I'm going to go with right now, this item right here is not a weapon. So I don't really want to call it the same namesake as the weaponry. Definitely these blades could potentially hurt your hand, so flight catching is kind of up in the air if you're personally comfortable with it. I don't know yet. I'm kind of the element of let's land it and getting on the ground and everything else like that. that's me ranting. But it's up to the individual. I might get comfortable enough to do it. You might see it in a video that I do. Uh, that's all up in the air, that one. So the other thing I want to do, the remote. The sheer actual size of this thing, by the way, what can I use to reference the size of this? Oh, okay. The actual size of this is a normal Sonic supply. This is a Texas kind of thing, peppermint. And if you put this on top, that gives you an idea of the size of this actual unit. This drone is not the biggest drone, and there's been no real size referencing. I've meant to get $1 and have it in here with me, but I didn't. There's another thing, if you want to go into first rolls of tape, common size jumbo roll of tape, I get, oh, damn it, not even common size, but tape's like half the size of this. Same thing for the remote. This is the reality of what the remote sizing and everything else like that. So let's size references a little bit. Not the best references, but it gives you something more. So right off the bat, this is the remote. See the size of my hand, in my hand. Most people really don't depict the size well, at least when they're opening the boxes for something like this. And I want to give a little bit more kick into that. Oh, God. It does kind of feel like when I'm pulling at this very expensive item that I'm afraid that I'm almost going to break it. I'm not saying that it's not affirmed. I'm just saying, somebody with this hand size and then something this small. Oh, God. Dude, seriously, that just scared the living shit out of me. This small is very much a worry in my mind. And it's just a self worry and everything else like that. I know it could just be paranoia and everything. Ooh. Okay, I kind of like these triggers on top. And there's the bottom triggers down here. Truly like a controller. Man, this is way more soft movement than I'm used to, even when I use an Xbox 360 remote, which I haven't used a 360 or Xbox One remote in a long while, but I mean, I still got that muscle memory. Very easy to move. Just tapping it there. And I guess that's important. So if you're in the sports mode of the unit, then you'd be able to fly it and take this off. You'd be able to fly it very easily and responsive. So I'm gonna reclose this back down. I just really wanted to hold it. I really wanted to hold it. Oh, thing you need to show at the bottom. Full size USB. Everybody knows this USB port that runs along this cabling. But if you want to use the full size USB and then attach in, I don't really know if my phone's gonna easily go in this. Something to fly it with, then you probably want to use this one down here versus these, and versus this USB on the side, mostly because it's not a easily modifiable USB. Jesus, I'm not gonna say it's got bad construction. It's just really magnetic. Nope. From the moment I cracked that loose, it is not. Is this? It doesn't snap into itself. Does it? It fucking does. So those are well put there. That's pretty cool. There's some vent holes up in the top that I thought there's some vents in the bottom. I wonder if this is sound versus sound below it. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Very small. Definitely, the joy is in me right now. I'm not gonna lie. My hands are a little bit wobbly because of how much joy this is. To finally hold one of these. That is mine. Getting this guy. Right here, kind of looks like the battery. It's got the battery charger spot. I took the battery off the top for a moment there. What we got in the packaging is we've got for USB for Android and USB. cable for Android as well. I'm assuming that's for like the bottom part to help you out, so you don't have to have other cables. I have a ton of cables. This one is a kind of more square piece, so I'm not completely sure what this piece is referring to. Very interesting though. Like, very neat. We got the charging cable for the brick. The power brick supposed to be there. Oh yeah, I use these for comic books, guys, so I never really throw these away. It's supposed to be a charging brick somewhere in there. Take this back out. It's probably below this. Yeah, there it is. So below this, there's your actual charging brick. Not a bad box for this. These are two USBs they show off all the time. This is the American Standard one, by the way. So, I think you say American Standard. It's not the the plug came with the American Standard. I don't like that it doesn't have the surge plug on it, but I guess that's a normal thing. Kind of up in the air on that. So that just could be my paranoia. I'm gonna go with it's my paranoia. Rick just burped. I just burped like fucking Rick from Rick and Morty. All right, so then this is a little envelope thing that doesn't have any indicator on what's in it, but I think I've seen from other YouTube videos. Yeah, that just snapped open. We open it up, and there's an instruction booklet. Yeah. You know, at least a serious question though. Care refresh. Oh. Services and everything else. I'm going to read through those because it's very important. I'm going to start putting this back as I go along. One thing I'm curious about, because I don't have the top blades on here, kind of curious, putting this back in the box would be a nightmare. Kind of curious where they're at. Yeah, it's truly a nightmare when you're trying to get this back in its box in form. I went back fairly easy when we did that. Okay, and then I put this like this, and then mine is up. Oop, nope. Oh, nope. Yep, there it goes. So there's that. Pick this up. When you see at the bottom, this comes out. Yeah, that comes out. So turn this around. I'm not going to put this back in. Let's see if down below here, if there's not another set of blades. I don't think that moves. All right, we're going to take this out. There's a silicone, and yep, there they are. All right, so you get the one that's already on there. It's a little bit dirty, assuming dust from sitting against that foam there. And then below that box, under these leather cases, are, oh my gosh, yeah. And to give you an idea of the blade size, very, wow, they have numbers printing on them. Let me show you if I can get closer. You guys see? Put them out. And there's some numbers running along this edge, but everything else like that. But yeah, these are very easy to. Since I took these out, I'm gonna leave them out, and I'm gonna look in this bag real quick and see if there's a different color on the tips. No, there's not. They're both white, and I'm gonna assume what that means. Bottom, that back and bottom. I'm gonna assume what that means is since they're all the same. I like this box. Not gonna lie, this really looks like a box to keep for a while. I might duct tape the shit out of this and reinforce this little bezel here with duct tape and something else. Okay, so if I've got this right, what I do is I come up to this and, ooh, I can see it, how it's designed. Press down into this larger section and twist. Nope. Nope. That did not work. Okay. Hold this. press down this larger section here, and then I don't know how that works. Is there a way to move this? Oh, okay. It's not holding on. There's probably a trick to this, and one of you guys would probably know this. I do not. But I'm fairly certain we can do this later. We'll mess around with this and get it on and everything else. I just couldn't resist just touching it. It's so much fun. And I won't get to mess with it until tomorrow if it doesn't rain, which was the funny part. If I'd gotten this earlier in the day and then done this video part and then I'm setting this way. Not hurting anything. If I gotten this earlier in the day and then did the firmware update, which I'm sure it needs, and then went out to fly or tried to go out to fly. This is actually why I'm happy it delayed shipped to the house. It got later in the day. Like, it was almost about 4 o'clock when it got to the house from FedEx. And that's right, it was shipped from FedEx, which was pretty cool. It's been a while since I've had anything come from FedEx, and it's nice to know that they needed the door signature. I don't know if that's a plus, really. It's just, for me, it's a plus. To Born Paranoia. I'm going to put this over here and might just throw it away later. Set in there, and then we lift up. There's the DJI Mavic, and there's a really small box of this size and everything else like that. So again, take this piece of candy that normally is varying size, try to better measurement, and boom. Very nice boxing. I'm going to really consider about, like I said, reinforcing this and using it as a normal thing to carry it around. So I'm going to put this down here. Not dropping anything. Not dropping anything. All right, so the actual thing I did was I got this as a set for things. And there was some sales is multiple things that would come to it. Otherwise, you're paying $999.99 for just the unit. And for a little bit more, I got batteries and a few other things. And I'm going to show you what exactly I got in the bundle package that was going on, and then some extras that I got for myself. So we're going to stick with the bundle package of what came with it. Wait a little bit so I can confirm myself. So first of all, camera cleaning kit. It'd probably be a little bit useful. I don't think the water, but the lens blowing and everything else would likely be that. So I'd unbox this, but I really don't think I need to. It's very basic, and if you've ever thought about just lens blower, puff blower thing, comes with Q-tips, which I really don't think it needed. And then probably some of this. This right here is one of those wipes that people will use, basically like an alcohol-like wipe, or Windex, depending on what actually will not dry while it's on the wipe. But you seal it against air, and it will hold up for longer. The actual cool thing that I thought, besides what you're seeing right here, is the 4 intelligent batteries. And let's open one of these. I don't think I need a knife. No, I don't. So, just open these up. I'm fairly certain none of these have been used either. These were not under a use setting. This was new. And you can actually go to DJI's website and get stuff kind of like this as a bundle, but it's more expensive to do it there than it was Amazon. Get out, get out, get out. Jesus Christ, this intelligent battery is in there. In the box. But it's definitely a product from Jesus. I'm gonna probably have to ruin a box. This kind of sucks. Jesus, 8 bloody Christ. Let's hold on to it. I can't see stickers or anything else. There's nothing adhering to it. Okay. Yeah, the box is supposed to open up at the top. It's black box, but oh, it moved. There you go. Okay. So box in a box. This is actually from DJI company, light intelligent battery and everything else like that. So I didn't buy a third-party battery or anything. I don't think they exist yet. Some instructions, base level foam, and then right off the bat, this should be charged to about this one blinking light. Is what I've been affirmed that you want to leave them at. So let's click this. Yeah, so it's almost down all the way to the bottom, and then that's the good way to store them and everything else like that. So why I got this out, because this gives me, go ahead and show off, I got another battery. So this is about 15 to 17 reality minutes versus what DJI says you can do 24 of flight time with one of these. And so if I've got one that came in the package and then I've got 4, that's a good amount of flight time that I can play around with before I have to recharge my batteries. So that's pretty awesome. And that's very, very awesome thing to get and everything else like that. Now, the other thing that I actually got in the package inclusion for a bundle sale was the 4-way battery charger. So it's 4-way right there. It's pretty awesome. Very nice. I'm not going to open this because it's just a 4-way battery charger that connects all, and then on the bottom it charges the whole units. What I did get that I was a little bit surprised and didn't realize was included with my order was the, and by the way, the 4-way battery charger is from DJI, so anybody try to say this is not an okay hub thing to use, this is from DJI, so if they did not intend you to use this, they wouldn't have sold it. So don't say things you don't understand. And if the company didn't intend you to use it, it would be pretty bad on their end. So this is the battery to power bank adapter, which actually gives you 2 USBs that you can use. So if you don't want to store your, which I wouldn't, you don't want to store your batteries with power, which is the bad thing to actually do. What you can do is you can use them as USB backups, and that means you can even charge, say, like the remote. I'm going to rip something in a minute. Hard to rip something. Is there a way to get to this? There's a way to get to this. But I don't see it. How do they pack this? Wow. Like, there's no way to get to the inside of this box without doing this. So, there it goes. There's the device. I had to do this, which kind of sucks. But that's fine. Anyway, so it's very, very small. Size reference. Size reference. And what it literally does is you take it, and there's these battery grills right here, which are universal on the swing, but for this you only got one way in. And then click it on, and there's the 2 USBs there. You literally be able to turn on your smart battery and then use it as a charger for something else. And these are 2 amp outputs. And I believe it's 2.1, 2 amp output? Yeah. It's a 2 amp output for both of them. So both on the bottom. That would have been very helpful to know. Believe it or not, I have not seen any videos that were giving me details on this. So this is the battery to power bank adapter, which you can get in a bundle. So that's pretty nice off of Amazon. And it came with it. And I didn't realize this was included in the bundle. I was actually aiming for the batteries, and then it came along with it. So that's pretty nice. Back in these phone boxes, which are not fire retarded. So, I'm not saying that lithium batteries are really unsafe, but I'm going to say about these design, I really like them. They look, with the smart features internalized in them, like they're going to do better than, say, cell phone battery. and that's because it's a dedicated board to the battery versus just left up in the air. So there's instructions for this USB thing here too. I'm gonna put that there so I can read them. So it's just back in here that way. Like I said, I've got 4 plus the one that came with it, so I've got 5 batteries. And I intended to buy a battery set of batteries that were actually going to come with some more blades. But something went on with the order, and they sent me my money back, and they didn't really explain it. But anyway, so I've got total 5 batteries. That's pretty awesome, especially for a newbie in flight. This gives me time to fly, and this gives me the ability to try and play around and everything else like that. And again, this gives me a chance to use it to down the batteries to the certain point that I'm supposed to, which is like 40%, and that's pretty good for storage and everything else like that. So again, I told you also, this is the battery hub. This came along with the bundle, so that's included with the bundle that I got off of Amazon. This is also the car charger. I got it with the bundle off of Amazon. Now I'm a little bit curious about this. Again, I can see this is not sealed with tape, because I guess this was not meant for sitting in a store. So safety term wise, they do not have to seal it up partially to keep theft away from it. I work retail, so I can tell you right now there's a lot of little small theft issues that will rise. Ooh, that's how you open it. Get these 2 little rings at the bottom. That's even boxing inside the boxing. Pretty cool. There's instructions. Instructions going right there. Let's oh, well, it's down here in the bottom, and it really reflects more of the charger that came with the DJI. Now, when you see some like third-party versions of this, there's a fan on this brick, which makes me a little bit worried that this one that comes from the company does not have one. But I can reassure you, this is again a DJI product, so I'd assume they know what they did for the design. It's very curious though to see the one that has the air vents on it, and this one does not. So, and again, the one that's with the air vents on it is not with the company, and this one is the company made it themselves. So I've got a product from the company, and I've been eyeballing the ones not from it, but we'll see how the heat develops when I'm charging on the car, or if I do. I got this along with accessories in the collective, and I really didn't aim for this accessory. Not insulting like getting it or wasting money. It is a probability that I can actually use it a little bit more and everything else. So that's another part of the rules of the bundle. These you've already seen because you actually told me to unpack it, but there's 2 blades in this, I believe. I'm going to make sure of that. So there are 2 of the folding blades, again from DJI products, for the Mavic from DJI. There's the DJI symbol, there's the DJI symbol. And this, again, because I'm new, I'd really assume that I'm going to probably beef it a few times or crash with the quadcopter. So yeah, there's 2 wings, 2 of them, each one of these guys. It's pretty nice. These guys are potentially really sharp, so getting them up to speed, I could see where it could cause damage to a person, but I also feel like they would break in the middle of it. I guess that would make it even worse, because like if you got it in bed in your hands. There's a 2-pack of those that I managed to get alongside of this. 2 packs of these, so I've got 4 for full replacement, and then I've got the 4, technically 6 in that pack that came with it. So that's a gain on there, using the instructions and everything else. And not the least, not last but least, as you can see the SanDisk symbols, this is not from DJI, but this was a sell alongside the bundle. Now these little pull thing that just failed. Instruction booklet I really don't need. Oh wow. These are from SanDisk 64 gig micro SD cards for the DJI Phantom, so that I can automatically start taking pictures, record video. And there's not just one, there's two of them. The only thing I don't like is they didn't come with the full size SD card piece. I usually like that because I might get 1,000 of them alongside my micro SD card, so there's two of them right there. But I'd rather have 1,000 of them than not, just in case I lose them, which is not an impossibility for that. But that's not from the company. They make their own cards. They use a lot of different cards because that's open programming that you can do. So that's two of them. That's 200 and no, wait, sorry, 100. 120? No, because I'm awake. 128. But you can only do one micro SD card at a time. So 64, it's not bad. I'd like to get a larger one, which is like the 256s, and to understand it, it can understand it. You can store in there, and that's good, better recording for a 4K stream filming. But that's dependent on what we want to do, recording and everything else like that. I'm gonna get this. This is the last item that's gonna be from the bundle. So this is not an item I went and personally hunted down and purchased for this. Again, Spartan from Cold Steel. I've had one of these before. I love this knife, and I'm so glad I have another one. Funny thing about this one, though, it says void if damaged. Void if damaged. So this is Mavic on the side of this. I'm saying, thought this was the one from them. We're gonna see this. This is the box. Yeah, this is the shoulder piece from Mavic. This is the shoulder bag that fits your Mavic on the go. It's not one of the hard cases, so this might not get as much used. This was included in all the bundles, really, that I was looking at, and with the other equipment here, and so I couldn't resist getting it, or I didn't need to worry about I was gonna get it. It was gonna include it. Wow. It's got these two little fold side pieces, and then of course where you can hang them. It's got its own little handle. Yeah, this is from DJI because there's a DJI printed symbol right there on that. Open this up. Instruction booklet in different languages. So probably do not clean this with. Do not put this in a dryer because this is kind of like faux leather litness. So we really don't want to destroy this. Zipper here, it's got DJI. No, it's not DJI printed on it. I thought it did for a minute. Open this up. The top piece for more storage. You get a micro SD card carrier just in case to throw into this, and then we'll fit it there. Here's the straps. Really baseline for it to strap on and carry it around. You can see where it would fit the Mavic here and your remote. Another one of the things that, again, I don't throw these out, guys. I use them for comic book boxes. I do even place them around the boxes, so everything else. It doesn't look like the center panel can come out, but it's at the bottom. It's not got affirmed, so that's fine. So right here, you can automatically put the Mavic itself. It was small enough to fit in here, and then the remote, and then probably some batteries and a charger. Potentially what it would be used for from me. And then this front zipper, kind of a small little section. This might actually be where I put the micro SD cards in their holder. And got the smell of new product, fake leather. Oh man, I assume this is fake leather. I wouldn't think it's real leather. You got this backstrap piece here. See that? That my fingers can go through all the way. I'm assuming I can then attach this to my backpack. I probably would attach it inside my backpack where you couldn't get to this because there's no lock mechanism in paranoia range with me. So it would probably go inside the bag somehow to attach to the bag. And then that way you couldn't steal it. There's two zippers here. That's nice. I thought it was going to be one. It's going to be annoying. Nope. Oh, it's got a front port with the zipper. So let's open this. little thing for port that I found. Ooh. Yeah, I think this go batteries on the outer edge. Yeah, I'd say yeah. This is not a bad carry-along for the device. Definitely would be easy to fit into a backpack and then give some more protection around the Mavic. Because Mavics are expensive. There we go. What else would I say? Should I say? I got these shipped to my parents' house because it was easier to wait there and it was easier for them to find there. I like doing that for bigger items because my place kind of makes some people nervous. My dog, who doesn't hurt anybody, does make people nervous. And I love her to death, but she's a giant dog and she definitely makes people nervous and everything else like that. So that was what all came together. Then there was the accessories I bought for myself long before I got it. And I actually found out I might have messed up with one of them, so I'm going to own up to right up in the front. So these are the Snap-on, not from DJI and not DJI supported wing guards, or sorry, rotor guards. So if you're learning to fly, this would kind of make you feel a little bit better. Now the problem was I thought with these rotor guards, I was going to get some of these, what they have these like rubber extension legs pieces that lets you get higher off the ground, because the DJI comes way down and then like lands, and it's very unnerving. And even getting this makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm not sure I can put these on. That clicks pretty well. I'm not sure how easy to put this on and fly when you don't have those extensions above the ground. So these may be useless for now, but those leg extensions are really cheap. There's some good ones that are like for water that are actually higher up that I like. But I might just get the really like the silicone made ones, and make that safer. So that's what these are. There's 4 of them, of course, to put on to things. You snap them on and off before you move the DJI Phantom back into its box and everything else like that. Another thing I did, because I didn't like the colors, like you can see the color on this. It's very dab gray, and for me, it would be easily lost in the sky. And so it could be a sudden shock to see from somebody seeing it flying in an area. And so I wanted to increase visibility for me, the pilot, and then for somebody around me. And so to do that, I got this, which is a kit to actually give it this very bright reflective, it might just be the plastic reflective, vinyl that is, I went with gold instead of the really bright yellow, but I like it because it is reflective and it is very bright color and you can see it in the air, and that's very important for me. The reason I want that is because I want people to be comfortable when they see it. They see it flying, and that is a way to decrease people being worried about it. There's nothing to be majorly worried about it. If I finally feel comfortable flying around people, I'm going to learn first, and then it's going to go back to that. But I want it to be visible because then it will make people feel better. Because there are some people that are nervous about shit, and I want to eliminate that by doing that. So there's a bright vinyl coloring that I'll have to not only just stick on it, but you also have to use a hair blower to heat up and adhere to it, and we'll see how that works. Might do a video of me doing that, might not, because it's going to be a hair blower. It's going to be really loud. What this is, Jesus, I really got to show you guys this box. Look at this box from Affluent A. This is actually supposed to be for the screen of the remote and for a small piece of the actual DJI camera. This knife out. This box is that wood? No, this has got to be cardboard woodish thing. Honestly, for the way it just scratched, it looks like wood. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a better. Safer is to actually have the blade out and again cut away from myself. So, oh, there it went. It gave, and then it opens. Jesus, yeah, this is actually pressed wood, painted, and wow, yeah, it gave me two of the things to go on the screen of the remote, and then this one right here to go on that. But look at this. The one to go on the screen. We've got wipes, dust absorber, sticker guide sticker. There's two of those. I guess tell you how to do it right here. Wow. Very basic information, but I mean, the boxing, guys, is if this is just like compressed wood, this is fucking insane. What I might do is take again duct tape and go to the inside of this and make this more firm, and then take one of my cards and put it over the top of this and make this my card box. This is badass. So from Affluent, as you can see their website right there, I want to give them a shout out because this box is fucking insane. The product is surely wonderful as well, but I mean, god damn. Unboxing terms, this is something a little bit of a surprise. And again, this is for the screens for the DJI Mavericks remote and the screen for the actual. Almost like really sealed in there. For the actual camera, so the camera even has protective screen thing on there, and that's just paranoia because it's very expensive probably to replace the screen. You mess it up, so there's my way of protecting it. But wow, just saying, out of all this, there's been really good boxes, but again, out of this one, this is wow. So there's all the items I've got for accessories, and then we have the actual DJI Phantom that's been unboxed. That's a good head start. I wouldn't say you need to do all this, but getting an idea of what you want to use, and then it gives me an idea to also what I get to try. You know, I get to share trials with you guys. That's why I did all this. That's why I bought a lot of this. Let's go back over here. And, you know, that's pretty freaking awesome. That gives me a little bit more of an edge than a normal starting person. But devising that I even got makes it worth it a lot. It is a very affluencing design, and I mean, what else could I say besides it's definitely up there in things that I'm doing. Definitely makes me feel like I'm actually taking steps to include YouTube a little bit more because I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to stream on Twitch a flight. I would love to be able to do a lot of that, but we will see as we go along. So, guys, this is the video. I should have had a full day of streaming today, but this is a very long video, guys. I know, but it gives you an idea of what I'm doing. So thank you for all of you wonderful people being around. If you like this video, you know, like it. If also do follow, please, to see videos that are coming along. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to get into the hobby, do the research for what you want to do or want to fly with and everything else. You can get the little toys. You don't have to go this full out. And the reason I went full out on this one is because I really feel that it's got a lot of potential. When I built my computer, I felt the design structure work, and I spent a lot of time researching. And you should do a lot of research for yourself. You can get a little small one, start out, learn, and then I'm still going to get something that I feel more as a learner, so I can fly without assistance. And this is going to be something that's easy to fly with assistance, and then maybe fly without assistance a little bit. But that will give me, the ability to learn to fly, properly. I do say, guys, you really need to go and get the registration, whatever nation you're from. Definitely get the registration. It helps now that it's required, at least in the United States, definitely. I know this is a very long video. Hope you've watched all the way. If you've actually enjoyed some of this and everything else like that. But thank you for being the wonderful people that you are. Because I definitely wanted to do this for you, because of you. And with that said, guys, thank you for being you. Be well. Be awesome. Do something amazing in the day. And I don't know, just take a chance, because there's nothing to lose out of this. Life that we can't try to find back or have to excel above. And that's not a bad thing. So for me, this year in 2017, besides the follower amount that I want to reach, it's flying. And I can officially say I'm really starting to get in that goal. And I feel more it's because of you guys. So be well. And all that.